Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, 1982. Let's get to it. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, 1982. Let's get to it.
Are you sure you got the right one this time?
I got the right one.
Are you sure? Yeah.
What are you talking
Halloween
about?
3, Season of the Witch. Let's get...
You haven't seen Dennis Rodman in Simon Says?
I mean...
Apparently, I got this from Blockbuster Video.
Oh. You bought it just because it has Dennis Rodman in it.
No, I got it at a thrift store.
Oh.
I collect VHS.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it.
So anyways.
I don't know. But
Yes. Halloween 3, got it.
Take 3.
Kids all over America want silver shamrock masks for Halloween. Dr. Daniel Chalice seeks to uncover a plot by silver shamrock owner. How's his first name pronounced?
Where is it?
Was it Connell Cochran?
I think it's Connell.
Okay, Connell Cochran.
And, yeah, no, he's, it's Irish. I'm pretty sure. Connell. O'Connell Cochran. Wait, that wasn't even Irish accent they just tried to do.
Yeah, that was like Brooklyn. O'Connell Cochran, the New York Knicks.
And I blame that terrible drink yeah.
Oh, that was terrible. That was the worst. This guy opened up a bottle of Holiday something.
It was called Holidale.
Holidale. And it said, he takes a sip and he's like, oh my gosh, what is this?
It was god awful. It tastes like someone farted in my mouth.
They aged it in whiskey barrels. It was 12% alcohol, apparently. It was bad.
It was pretty much
because you don't take a sip of that expecting that type of flavor. You think it's just going to be a holiday beer.
It wasn't just a sip. I took like a good old swig. I practically took a shot from that. And
right.
I was like, oh.
Oh, we're already doing tangents?
Oh, apparently.
Apparently. All right. Okay, no. But
anyhow.
This was directed by Tommy Lee Wallace. Tommy Lee Wallace was a heavy hitter in the early 80s. Yeah. The Fog.
Okay.
Fright Night 2.
Oh, isn't that the one with the vampires?
I've seen Fright Night 2, but it was many years ago. I remember Fright Night 1 better.
Yeah, that's the one with
that's
the
one.
remake with Colin Farrell.
I haven't seen the remake.
Oh, dude.
I watched the original, the 80s one. The good one.
That's fair. I didn't watch the original. I watched the remake, but I like Colin Farrell.
Oh, okay.
I'm
he also did
with him.
Assault on Precinct 13. That's going to come up later. The Fog's going to come up later also. But he also did It.
What?
From the early 90s.
He did what?
It.
Okay, what?
It.
What you talking about?
It.
What's it?
Who's on first?
Yeah, I know.
Tim Curry.
Oh, yeah, no, I know.
He's the director of that miniseries.
Yeah, no, I was picking up what you're putting down.
No, I know. I was going along with you.
Yeah, it was hilarious. Or was it?
Written by Tommy Lee Wallace, John Carpenter, and Nigel Neal. I didn't even look up Nigel Neal. I was like, okay, we got Tommy Lee Wallace and John Carpenter. John Carpenter only did it because they told him Michael Myers would not be in this movie.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want to do that anymore.
Yeah,
right.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, we had 2 good movies. We're good.
Yeah, plus the second one was supposed to be It.
Right. Uh-huh.
But
how many we got now? 15, 16?
Give or take.
With all the reboots and rehashes and whatever.
Halloween's?
Yeah.
Are we including Season of the Witch in that?
I'd say Michael Myers only.
Michael Myers only?
Yeah.
Good question. I'll look that up.
Because there's a tie-in to Halloween, the original Halloween in this movie.
Oh, yeah.
So you could it could be considered in the it's in the universe in that kind of thing.
Someone literally went and did an entire
I'm sure, yeah.
timeline.
One of the actresses is in the original Halloween, opposite Jamie Lee Curtis. She's one of her friends, and she's in this.
Yeah. So Halloween 3 is considered part of its own timeline, but because it's set outside of it. Because if you it shows the original Halloween film in like snippets of it throughout the film.
Okay.
Like on TVs and stuff. So you have, let's see.
Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker.
Which is...
Tell me how many movies there were. They have a character called Michael Myers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
12 movies with a character named Michael
Holy
Myers.
crap, just as many as Friday the 13th.
Killer named Michael Myers, I should say, because...
But Friday the 13th has 12 films as well, but they all mention Jason Voorhees, but one of them... No, wait, they all did feature Jason Voorhees, technically. So, yeah. He's been in as many movies as Jason Voorhees.
Yeah. He technically appears at the end of number 1.
Yeah.
Even though he's just a boy, he's still in it.
You shouldn't have done that. He's just a boy.
Yeah.
I know some people call it a sling blade. I call it a Kaiser blade.
So this stars Tom Atkins as Daniel Chalice, Night of the Creeps.
Yeah.
That one's really fun. That's a fun 80s kind of monster movie.
Oh, yeah. He's supposed to be in the upcoming, if it happens.
It's kind of zombie monster slugs.
Yeah, if it happens, the upcoming Collected movie.
Yeah, this guy's still alive.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in the third one of the Collector franchise. Make it.
He was in The Fog.
Oh, yeah.
That's coming around again with Tommy Lee Wallace directing. Mm-hmm. And My Bloody Valentine.
The original?
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
Stacey Nelkin as Ellie Grimbridge. Bullets Over Broadway. Comedy. Matthew Broderick was in it. And that sort of thing. It was an 80s
Who the
comedy.
fudge is Matthew Broderick? Just kidding.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Jeez, dude.
I couldn't hold.
Did he kill a guy?
I think
allegedly.
So. Allegedly.
I have no idea if it was prosecuted.
Oh yeah, no. He
like ran over someone or something.
He did get into a car accident, but he served his time. He's apologized. He's done the whole.
He served time.
Well, metaphorically speaking, I think he did his. I don't know. I can't remember all the details on it. But
metaphorically speaking, I've thought about it, and I'm sorry.
Oh no, he. I think he ended up having to get therapy afterwards because he was so upset about it.
He was in Glory. Do you remember that? Have you ever seen Glory?
It's not the one.
It's about
where
the Massachusetts. No, it's about the. It's a Civil War thing, but it's about the Massachusetts All Black Regiment.
I got it mixed up with Deliverance.
He's the colonel of it. Matthew Broderick is the colonel, and with what?
With Deliverance.
That's okay. No, I actually happen to be. I skimmed through Glory last night. Actually, for some reason I went down a rabbit hole on YouTube. Anyways, anywho, She was also in Yellowbeard. She did a lot of comedy. This is comedy stuff.
I don't think I've ever heard of Yellowbeard.
Nobody has, but apparently it's one of her bigger things.
Oh.
But how about The Jerk?
2. 2? They made a sequel to it?
TOO is how they say it, yes. The Jerk 2. It's bad.
The first one was terrible.
With Steve Martin?
He calls himself the N-word with a hard R.
Okay. It was the late 70s. Things were different. He was raised by a black family. He was adopted by a black family.
You, sir, are talking to a...
That's all he knew.
Say it. Yeah. I'm not saying it was the worst movie ever.
It's hilarious. But... The whole movie's hilarious. But part 2 is not good.
I'm not saying I didn't enjoy it, but it is a bad film. It's one of those films that's so terrible that it's enjoyable.
I guess it's supposed to be like that, though.
No,
I think that's what they're going for.
Yeah.
Anyways, Daniel Hurley as Connell Cochran, RoboCop 1 and 2.
Okay.
He's the old man in that. The Last Starfighter. And going all the way back to 1952, Invasion USA. This was featured on Mystery Science Theater in the Mike Nelson years, in the last 4 seasons, I think. So that's how I know it.
Oh, okay.
That kind of shows you how old this guy is. He died in the late 90s or something like that. Anyways.
Dang.
Michael Curry is Rafferty. Sudden Impact. There's an 80s. Eastwood.
Oh, yeah.
Clint Eastwood. Sudden Impact. Airplane 2.
I think that might have been either the second or fourth one.
I'm not sure. Maybe. But he was also in the Deadpool with Eastwood.
Oh, yes. That one was one of my favorites because it featured Liam Neeson and a young Jim Curry, featured at the times as Jim
Curry or Tim Curry?
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey. Oh, okay.
Jim Carrey, but he was billed as James Carrey.
Oh, that's right. We've gone over this before. Maybe you've heard it. And he did Dead and Buried in the early. It was either 80 Or late 79, something like that. 81, somewhere there.
No idea.
Okay. Michael Curry. I just talked about him. Nancy Keys as Linda Chellis. She's the one who's in Halloween 1, the first Halloween. And she's Annie, a friend of Laurie Strode.
Is she the one who Tom Atkins' titties was being... Was she the one that was getting her titties sucked on by Tom Atkins?
No. That's Stacey Nelkin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ellie Gurnbridge. She's the one from The Jerk, too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She was also in The Fog, Assault on Precinct 13. Okay, so I was looking at Assault on Precinct 13, and IMDb says she plays Julie in that as Nancy Loomis. That didn't make sense to me. And I saw that somewhere else, too, on either The Fog or something like that. And it says, like, her character name as Nancy Loomis. It's weird, right?
That's already... moving on.
Okay.
That's hurt my brain.
All right. So, well, let's dive into
Maybe it was actually... No, never mind.
It's just... It's weird that they put the name Loomis next to her character that's called Julie as Nancy Loomis.
Did she, was she built differently or something? I don't know. I'd have to actually watch it.
And, in Halloween, her name is Annie. So, we all know the Loomis connection with Halloween.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Anyways, let's get into this movie.
IMDb made my brain hurt.
All right. Set me up. It's October 23rd, 1982.
I was going to say, 82.
Yeah, 82.
The year I took a giant poo.
You weren't alive in 1982.
Exactly.
Okay.
So how did I manage to break that record?
I was.
Oh.
I probably did take a giant poo. I was a baby.
No, baby poo, man.
Yeah.
Anyways, enough about the baby poo.
Right.
1982.
Northern California.
Tom Atkins.
Harry Grimbridge is holding on to the Halloween mask, and he's running.
Yeah, running around.
Right, and he's getting pursued by mysterious guys in suits.
Do.
He collapses, gets taken to the hospital, and then we get introduced to Daniel Chalice.
Yeah,
Tom
a.k.a.
Atkins.
Tom Atkins.
Right.
Make the Collected.
And then we're probably going to get through this pretty quick. I don't have a lot.
No, there's not a whole lot to necessarily dissect on this film. I mean,
right.
this happened. There was
not a lot of kills.
With an action chase scene, he manages to squish a guy on top of him with a car.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah.
And then goes to the hospital. Someone comes to the hospital and is all like, "Kill!"
Yeah, kills the guy.
Didn't they say he literally pulled his skull apart?
Is that what it says?
I think they mentioned it this guy, his skull was pulled apart or something.
I'm going off memory. Remember, I didn't actually watch it.
I think it just
you don't know
shows that it's heavily implied that he
I've seen this many times, so I was like, okay.
One of those sharp-dressed men. He got killed by a sharp-dressed man. Yeah. They shoved his his thumbs. They pushed his fingers into his eyes because it's the only thing that can stop the ache.
Yeah, it's true. We ran into technical difficulties. The memory card was full.
Yeah. Whoops.
It stopped recording. We're like, wait. I'm glad we caught it where we did, because we only missed out on you missed out on our rants about Michael Myers and Jason and Freddy and all that stuff.
That's probably
there was
really
5 minutes worth.
Because yeah.
Yeah, we were just rambling on them.
Now that I've had time to sit on it, I don't want to piss off our 169 subscribers.
I still stand by it though. This is my favorite Halloween movie.
I was talking about the other, the Michael Jason thing. Anyways, but yeah, no, it was, yeah.
So, Harry's murdered. Guy immolates himself in a car. And then Harry's daughter, Ellie, has to identify his body.
And she's the one whose titties get sucked on.
Right. But Tom Atkins, yeah.
You don't ever see her nipples, but you see her titty get sucked on. That's weird, right?
This is, well, I guess, yeah. But what's weird to me, Tom Atkins looks like he's pushing 50. But it's the early 80s, and that's just how people look. This guy's like 33 in this movie.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like how...
That's just how it was in the early 80s. It was rough.
Yeah.
Even if you're an
did
actor.
a lot of cocaine.
Ellie meets Tom Atkins, Daniel. And they decide to investigate what happened.
I couldn't even get through that sentence.
You're just a weirdo. I don't know. They head to Santa Mira, California, hometown to the Silver Shamrock Novelties Factory. I don't know.
More days.
I'm going to try to put as much as I can without getting copyright. Yeah. Even though it's based on an old fairy tale rhyme or something like that. It's based on an old kid's rhyme.
Oh, word?
Yeah. I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. But, yeah, it's one of those old rhymes that kids would say. And they changed it and took it for this. But because it's their lyrics and their version, they might have it copyrighted or whatever. Anywho, it's that whole thing. It's really catchy. It gets stuck in your head. So they check into a hotel, a motel, whatever. And Daniel learns that Harry had stayed there in the past.
Oh.
Yeah. And then they do some titty sucking and all that.
Titty sucking.
Marge Gutman. She's another motel customer. Discovers a microchip in the back of a medallion of one of the masks. Mm-hmm. And it emits a deadly energy beam into her mouth.
Right into her face.
Yeah.
Mouth hole.
Yeah. And she picks at it.
She got mouth by energy. Lasers.
And she's all mutilated and there's insects and crawling out of her mouth and stuff. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And then men in lab coats come and take Marge's body.
Coming to take her away, haha.
Ellie finds her father's car. And it's guarded by men in suits who stop her from getting close to it. Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't know, before the technical difficulties, I don't know if people heard us say, it's a very straightforward, it's kind of an investigation movie.
Yeah, it's
with horror elements.
Crime thriller.
Right, with supernatural elements kind of thing. Yeah.
So it's like...
It's not your run-of-the-mill horror movie. That's why it didn't do well.
Yeah.
People expect Michael Myers, and they got an investigation movie.
I get it. It's like when people, the way it was, like The Village was advertised, people were expecting a creature feature. Instead, they were treated to a period piece.
Right. Yeah.
Which, I mean, I've been meaning to watch that one again. So that way, going in not purposely looking at a creature feature. Because that's why I was pissed. I was like, M. Night, you fucked up.
Well, yeah.
But I'll give it another shot, and then maybe I'll feel bad about mailing him a fart in a jar.
There you go.
Ellie
gets kidnapped and taken to the factory. Daniel follows, and he's captured by the guys in suits. Mm-hmm. Cochran takes Daniel to the final processing control room and reveals his plan. Viewing if you're wearing the mask and you're viewing the big giveaway for that commercial, the microchips on the mask activate, killing the wearer and releasing insects and snakes and kill anyone nearby and all that sort of thing.
Yeah. Mask chaos.
Cochran locks a mask on Daniel in a room. Daniel escapes, rescues Ellie.
Yeah, throws the mask on the camera.
Now, okay, I actually forgot to put it in here. There's a guy who owns a toy store who sold a bunch of enough stuff, and him and his family come and visit the factory.
Oh, yeah. And then hid their snot-nosed little son who was all like, to the mama.
Right, yeah, he does the flip off to her.
Yeah.
Don't ride in the street, and turns around and flips her off. That's good. That was funny.
Dude, if I did that, my mom would break my finger.
But they get trapped in a room.
I'm not saying that, like, she threatened to break my... No, my mom has actually a funny story. My cousin was showing my mom that he actually did. He broke his middle finger. So he showed her, is like, look! So my mom, knee-jerk reaction, just crowned and twisted it.
Oh.
And then after, she's like, oh, shit, I'm so sorry.
Woo.
My cousin
thought talking about it. Oh, man.
My cousin thought it was hilarious.
I'm sure, yeah. So wait, okay. So the family of the toy seller guy, they get locked in a room, right?
Yes.
And then what happens?
Kid's head goes mush.
Because he's wearing a mask.
Yes.
Okay.
It was like that. It's like Trick or Treat. Sam.
Yeah.
Kind of like what I imagine is actually under his. No, better reference. It's like Oogie Boogie. up in there, you know?
Oh, okay.
Oogie Boogie. From
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Remember Before Christmas?
Yeah.
It was all up, like, full of snakes, spiders, and dildos.
Okay.
But...
It's about to die.
Oh.
My laptop. A few lines to go.
Yeah.
So he sneaks into the control room, activates the commercial on the screens. This is Daniel. And pours a box of medallions from a ceiling rafter, killing everyone.
Yes.
And then the Stonehenge remnant kills Cochrane, and a massive fire destroys the factory.
Yes. As he's leaving, trying to get the commercial turned off the air because his kiddos have masks.
But Daniel is attacked by Ellie.
Yeah, because it turns out Ellie was a robot.
Yeah,
By the way, the guys in suits were robots.
Oh, yeah, they were. Androids, technically.
What's the difference?
I believe it's android. I think it's like the outer, the skin that makes them androids. They're humanoid or something like that.
They look humanoid, but they're okay.
Actually.
But cyborgs are half human, half robot.
Yeah, it's more robot-y,
I don't know.
I think. I don't know. Talk to
If you know-
Asimov. See what he has to say about it.
If you know, like, comment, subscribe, comment.
Oh,
Explain.
yeah. Let us know if you know.
If you know the difference, because
I don't know. I'm not that far into sci-fi, so I don't know. I'm more into this sort of stuff.
my experience with sci-fi is like Alien, Predator.
Right. I know
Alien.
I know the big stuff.
Yeah.
I've seen some Babylon and, some Star Trek and all that. But...
Oh, I was a bigger fan of Red Dwarf.
Oh, yeah. You and your Red Dwarf.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true.
Wasn't Star Wars. Wasn't
I
Star
watched
Trek.
Warehouse 13. That was kind of sci-fi. It was on Sci-Fi Channel.
Oh, Fringe.
I know of it. I didn't watch it.
Yeah. Anyways.
Daniel contacts the networks. He's trying to stop the commercial from being broadcast. He succeeds with 2 networks, but it seems that he fails with the third.
Turn it off! Turn it off!
Yeah, he's screaming.
Turn it off!
And then it ends.
Which means his kiddos just probably died.
I love endings like this. And this is what
Hatchet.
happened. Hatchet. Our last review. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. It's a very similar ending. Person screaming. Cut. Love it. Okay, that's the end of the movie. This is my favorite Halloween movie. I've said it before. Mm-hmm. I'll say it again, and I'll always say it. I'm just not a huge Michael Myers fan.
Ah.
Jason Voorhees stole my heart. It's probably because I think it was the first slasher movie I saw. Before Freddy, before them. But I like the kills in that. I don't know.
I like Freddy. Not gonna lie.
Freddy's good. I like Freddy.
Yeah, he if I had to pick from that era, well, no, he was actually more the Silver Age.
Freddy killed Johnny Depp.
He killed John. Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah, in the first one.
If I had to
Johnny
pick,
Depp's first movie.
Freddy's like the start of the Silver Age, though, of slashers. I think so.
Yeah, where they were kind of changing it up, having more fun.
Yeah.
At least after the first 2 movies. The first 2 movies of Freddy aren't super funny.
No, he started getting more snarky later on.
Right. I think it's like 3 and up. Or jeez.
Dream Warriors.
Yeah. Dream Warriors is that's where it just kind of all right. We know what we're doing. We're having fun.
Yeah.
And I like how we're talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
All right. It is the season
because this movie is its own thing.
Oh,
no one really considers it. It's I guess it's technically in the universe.
Honestly,
of Halloween, but
if they
because they had planned to do an offshoot and just do their and kind of anthology movies of different stories.
Each one was supposed to. Yeah, each
everyone
movie
knows
was
this.
Supposed to be. Yeah, an anthology, it was supposed to be anthology movies based around like horror elements involving the Halloween season. But yeah, honestly, I think this movie would have done much better in the box office if it wasn't branded as Halloween.
They should have called it Season of the Witch, not Halloween 3. Season of the Witch.
Mm-hmm.
Season of the Witch would have been fine.
Can't call it All Hallows Eve. They already did that. Actually, it wouldn't be the first time they've already done something like that.
Weren't we talking about doing that one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the new Terrifier.
Yeah, Terrifier.
Coming
Yeah.
up.
Arthur the Clown. Okay. Have you been to the Spirit Halloween store?
No.
There's a giant Arthur.
Is it Arthur or is it Art?
Art, whatever.
Yeah. Is Art short for Arthur?
Yeah, it is.
So
My grandpa's name was Arthur.
Oh.
Everyone called him Art.
Oh. So Art the Clown? Is his like first
I don't know, yeah. But anyways,
Arthur?
Spirit Halloween is a giant thing of him in like a booth and whatnot. You walk by, he does stuff and whatever. Anyways, I went there. I went there yesterday. What? When?
What?
What?
Huh?
All right.
All right.
Hop to it. We are now a different kind of channel.
Welcome to DCOF.
You think the wives are cool with that?
Probably not. Maybe. I don't know. We're about to find out. But, yeah. So, rating. What would you give this one?
Ooh. This, just because it's my favorite Halloween movie, doesn't mean it's a great movie.
Yeah.
I've seen it numerous times, so it's above average for me because I don't watch stuff that's below average more than once.
Yeah.
I don't know. 6.8. Almost a 7. Almost a 7. So it's above average. Not quite high enough.
I'd agree with you on that one just because, like, not gonna lie, when I first watched it, I was like, this is stupid.
6.9.
Yeah, let's go with 6.9.
Yeah.
But, yeah, from when I first watched it, I was like, where's Michael Myers? This is stupid. So at that point, I just wasn't into it.
Right.
But giving it a second watch through, treating it as its, own thing.
Okay. Cool.
Whoops. Yeah, no. 6.9. It's definitely above average, but I mean, I'd add it to my collection.
Yeah, I have it. Still wrapped, by the way.
Yeah. Dude, if I...
This is unopened.
The
Security device enclosed, apparently. I found it at a thrift store. I got it for $1.
I went through my horror movies today, and yeah, the just to see how many I had, just out of curiosity, like physical copies, over 300. But
Oh, dang.
a good chunk of them are also still.
Where are they? I've been in your living room. There's no way there's 300. That's 300 movies?
It's 300 if you include the fact that some of those are box sets in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I count it like. No, I'm not counting the cases. I'm counting each individual movie.
Okay. Hey, so I had an idea.
Yep.
So this guy has never seen Dead Alive, a.k.a. Brain Dead, whatever it's
The
called.
1992.
Peter Jackson, New Zealand movie.
Yep.
I had an idea
Yep.
on something we could do with that. Actually.
Actually, okay.
So I have an idea so that might be coming up. Probably not this month because it's Halloween. We're going to be doing Halloween-y stuff.
It's a horror. It's a It's a zom-com splatter film.
Oh, it's great.
Yeah.
It's one of Peter, but that will be coming because I have an idea for it, and it might be different than what we're normally doing. And I haven't decided if we're going to do it as a main episode or an off, just kind of put it up during the week kind of thing, because it's going to be so different from what we normally do. Because it is his first time watching it. I'm kind of curious if we should do a first time watching it,
All right.
like reaction thing, because it's that kind of movie where there's so much wildness that's happening.
It's supposed to be like the gore. It was
It's
billed
really-
as the goriest film of all time or something when it came out.
Maybe in 92?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
I think
It's
that literally is what
fun.
it says on the DVD.
It is really fun.
Well, yeah, no, I'm excited. I heard nothing but good things about it. And yeah, so I was like, I got to get this.
Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. We'll do something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we're not going to stop this sort of stuff. That's just kind of a fun idea I had for whatever.
Yeah.
Anywho,
But, all right.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Are we doing anything next week? Or do we want to let them know what we're doing next week?
Uh,
It's Halloween time. We're in the middle of October.
Yeah.
So you kind of get an idea that we did Season of the Witch, Halloween
Stay
3.
tuned. I think to this.
We're not doing Halloween.
Yeah, no. But we did.
We did part 3.
Yeah.
That was our Halloween
Stay
movie.
tuned. We got some, especially it's going to be relating to a lot of fun upcoming movies.
There's some upcoming stuff that are sequels and things like that.
Yeah,
and we might be
so-
hitting up the originals.
Hint, hint. Yeah, we're going to be looking at some of that stuff to
Oh yeah, there's 2 of those.
do that.
Okay.
Uh,
I would like to do Trick or Treat.
the classic.
With Sam.
Yeah, since we mentioned him, I think that one would be a good.
My old popper on my phone was a picture of Sam.
Oh, hell
on
yeah.
my old phone, and then it didn't fit anymore.
Yeah. I think that'd be a fun one too. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I like it.
Oh, me
Yeah.
too. I would definitely.
It's got what's her face, Rogue from the X-Men and
Oh, and
True
a Pac
Blood,
one.
Anna Paquin. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
No, so yeah, definitely stay tuned because we got some
Now we're just rambling.
fun films. Yeah, we do that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I could cut this whole thing out, and
Hey.
no one would know. It wouldn't affect anything.
thanks for watching and stay demented. Fat Sweaty Betty.
Fat Sweaty Betty.
Yeah.
I'll leave that in.